What is this? What is this? You goobers? How many more rogues can you guys get on your team, huh? You, and you, and you, and you. Why so many rogues? Oh my god, team no variety on team blue here with Pedro, Flares, Carlito, P-Blood, and Demoniac. On team red, however, we got us as Black Stabbath. I think playing more sub. Yo, that's actually looking quite good with a Mog, those daggers. We also got ourselves Chill Pills as a monstrous King. Frost DK, Held Rock as a survival. Lupus on Marksman of Beast Mastery. And Shadow on the Demon Hunter. Good luck and have fun, boyos. Oh my god, Team Red. You guys are just gonna have to sit through so many resets, so many restarts with Team Blue. I don't envy any one of you. Is it gonna be Black Stabbath first? He's just like, I don't wanna go, dude. I don't wanna duel rogues. Is it Shadow? One of you guys gotta go. It is gonna be Held Rock on the hunt for some rogues. Getting sapped out in the beginning as Flares got himself Shadowy Blades rolling in an opener into a stun onto the pet, into a freezing trap. Trinkets out of that, into a stun by that pet. Manning Better just coming up for Held Rock immediately. As just looking to kite away the burst out of Flares. Is actually going to go for a bit of a disengage, but his health is super low as the Flares got so much damage shooting Flares of his own, actually. The Crucibles of Flames. With a Maledict onto Held Rock. Held Rock is actually in such a bad position right now. Might have to turtle out of this. No trinket available. Just Flares that have taken him out. Oh my god, the damage out of the sub-rogue. Not even blood of the enemy. He's just obliterated Held Rock. Oh my god, that was just so unfortunate. Held Rock off to a rocky start, and Flares literally committed everything into that opener. Just blasted Held Rock completely. Held Rock, my man, you'll have yourself more games. Promise you that right now. But that first one, that was rough. Chill Pills is gonna have to hold the fort now on Team Red. Getting hit with a mark for death immediately. What can you do, right? You're just gonna have to wait. Flares, just try to see if you can maybe get Chill Pills antsy here. Try to see if you can get him antsy. Dustin with an eye blade, cheap shot to follow. Chilpa is just gonna have to take this opener out of Flares. This is gonna get back-to-back stuns. Is gonna go for Death Pact early, just trying to get all that health up and running, just so you can finally get some damage to Flares. Looking to get a Shadow stepped on. Flares does not go for a Shadow Step. Chain of Ice was rolling him a little bit early. Chill Pills is gonna have to go for a bit of a transfusion, trying to reheal. Blind to follow as Flares are looking to catch a reset, but the DOS that he has, the Frost Fever, is actually gonna keep him in combat. Flares looking to catch a reset for a second, landing a sap on a Chill Pills. And Chill could have actually hit him with a Chain of Ice or something. Flares looking to maybe sap him again. Does he have a Resounding Protection shield or something? I think he has Resounding Protection because the dots do get him out of stealth a lot more often. Lichborn coming out for Chill Pills. He's going to have to deal with that stun. This time Flares popping in evasion. And Chill is taking so much damage in the opener. AMS coming down. Was that a Mally out of Flares? Because he's got quite a bit of damage on Chill Pills. He's going to have to go for a lot of recovery. Chills, get himself to about half his health. Cheap shots are coming out again. No Lichborn, no trinket available, no nothing. And that's going to be Flares trying to catch a reset. Got the Nightblade rolling on Chill Pills. But finally the Death Knight gets to tag the Rogue. No evasion to cover him. Cloak of Shadows is all he's really... Oh no, Shadowy Duel is all he's got. I was thinking it was Cloak. But try to see if he can get a couple of those Shadow Strikes through Shadowy Duel. Chill Pills not really looking all that good on health. He's going to get himself even more cooldowns rolling. Getting a shot to follow. Trinket side of it immediately. Needs to get the ramp rolling. Flares. No Cloak of Shadows, no nothing. Chill Pills not looking all that healthy. Trying to maintain himself, but he needs to balance healing and doing damage. And actually got quite a bit of damage onto Flares through that Remorseless Winter. That's all he needs is Remorseless Winter. Just keep attacking Flares, keep hitting him. Just gets a stun behind the pillar. Chill Pill's still super low. Lichborn's out of that stun. It's going to be Mally rolling on the guy. Does not have AMS. He actually does have AMS for it. Banish coming up for Flares. He doesn't have a Cloak of Shadows. He's going to be caught out into the open, but Chill Pill does not have anything to hit off of to Death Strike. But he needs to get Flares out again. Next stun should be quite crucial. If he can get himself again another one of those Remorseless Winters and really ramp it up onto Flares, he will be in a good position. Getting to use Death Pact right now as he got to use it pretty early into the duel. So maybe that was a good use to use it as early as possible. Picking up Eyes. Getting a chain of ice onto flares. He's gonna land that kidney shot. No way for Chill Pills out of this one. Might be cheap shots back to back. Necrotic down for a little bit, but now he has to have to balance the books here, man. He's gonna have to balance healing himself, runic power, runes, as well as doing damage. He's gonna have to balance it the whole time. Chain of ice, not letting flares go anywhere at least. And actual flares completely out of cooldowns for quite a bit. Chill Pills finally able to get himself some damage in. Getting that big remorseless winter rolling. Cheap shot into Chill Pills. He does Lichborn out of it. Blind to follow. Doesn't have a way out of it. As flares will start to take damage, he's gonna bail out of there, man. He's making sure to live up to the name of rogues, man. They're generally pretty... Most classes, most players in WoW find rogues pretty annoying. But look at these stats, man. Flares is just cheesing it. Dampen is only 1%. He was probably gonna wait for Shadow Blades at this point. He's been chilling out here for a while. Finally, Chill Pills able to go for a bit of damage. Might have to Trinket or Lichborn out of this. It's gonna stun flares. No Trinket available for the Rogue for a bit. Chill Pills getting quite a bit of damage in there. No Cloak of Shadows coming out for the Rogue, so Flares is still taking quite a bit of the frosty damage. Trying to reduce the physical damage taken. Cloak of Shadows and trying to sprint out of there to catch a reset though. Trinket should be available soon. Landing a Mally onto Chill Pills. He actually wants to back up. So Flares has actually used the Maledict to his advantage, just letting Chill Pills just get off his back for a second. Chill Pills does have Death Pact if things ever go bad. He used the Death Pact earlier right now, just to at least put on cooldown and get the health pool up and running. He's just gonna have to wait out the Necrotics for a little bit. Is able to get auto attacks on the Flares. It is doing quite a bit of damage though. Getting a shot on Chill Pills, does not have a trinket for it, or he doesn't want to use the one. An advantage comes out for Flares to catch a reset. Has a trinket now. Next time Chill Pills gets a stun on the guy. He's gonna have to go for another set of eyes. 6 minutes, boys. Flares catching a restyle. Getting a shot onto Chill Pills. Trinkets out of it immediately. Chill Pills is gonna get hit with a Maledict. Flares probably should combo a Mally onto Chill Pills. He wants to get the damage in. That's gonna be a pretty big Mally. Could go for a death back here. Needs to go for massive heals. No AMS available. Chill Pills actually in a lot of pressure. Does not have Lichborn for this. Blind to follow as he's super low health. If he can somehow get out of the next stun and death back immediately, he might stand a chance. Death backs right now, 20% dampening into this duel. And Flares has every actually he has no defenses anymore. I don't know when he used every defensive, but he doesn't have anymore. Sap and the Chill Pills while Necrotics is still on him. This would be a perfect opportunity for Flares to really make a move. Cheap shots coming out. Lichborn immediately for Chill Pills. Try to get us low onto Flares immediately, but Flares already was able to at least get some distance. Vanish coming out. Chill Pills on top of him. Gonna be able to break that Vanish. Could even go for a stun. Gonna be definitely a trinket out of Flares if he does get hit with a stun. Lots of ramp up damage for Chill Pills. AMS to follow in case any kind of damage coming out for Flares. Kidney shot does come out on Chill Pills. But he's doing fine right now. Stun onto Flares. The Trinkets out of it immediately. Looking for a sprint. Looking to get away from Pills. Needs to land a Chain of Ice to lock down the Rogue for a second. He's able to get some auto attacks in. Flares is trying to burn his concoction as often as possible. Every 30 seconds has one on cooldown, dude. Is looking to get himself a Nightblade set up on Chill Pills to still have any more defenses. And Transfusion is coming in right now. Does not have Lichborn. And it looks like he's actually going to go down. Oh my god. What an upset. What an upset. All that against a sub-rogue. And just to go down like that, that's just so unlucky. Flares had a Mark for Death available a little bit early with Shadow, in case Shadow was going to trinket something. Has a Mark for Death already on the guy. Put everything on cooldown. Oh my god, dude. The sub-rogue resets are insane. He just literally waited until the very opportunity, man. The very last opportunity. Once Chill Pills was completely out of cooldowns. Does get a trinket out of Shadow with a kidney shot to follow. Looking to catch a reset from the guy. But that in prison is going to keep him in place. Does Shadow have enough damage to finish off Flares right here? He is going to go for a Metamorphosis immediately. Flares looking to sprint out of there. Does Shadow have any mobility to catch up Flares? Is he going to be able to come back here? Looking to get some calm points. Getting the shot onto Shadow. It's actually super DR'd. He's going to get himself a bit of a self-heal evasion coming out. Finally able to tussle with a Demon Hunter for a little bit. That's going to be a stun to follow up. Shadow trying to get as much damage onto Flares. Good Cloak of Shadows out of it. Probably should be cloaking this. Blind onto Shadow. How did Shadow... What did Shadow trinket? If not a blind. Because now Flares got himself a full reset. Oh my goodness. I'm actually not even upset at Shadow. I'm just wondering at this point because I thought that was a blind that he trinketed. I need to go back and review. 10 minutes in though, boys. 10 minutes. Flares has been dueling and only Shadow, only Chill Pills, only the first Hunter have even got to duel. So Lupus and Black Sabbath, man. Hopefully one of those guys might stand a chance against Flares because he's taking advantage of this opportunity of the arena. whittling down the enemy cooldowns until they have nothing left, and that is when he pounces. Like a Subtlety rogue should be doing, honestly. Like, that's the fantasy, isn't it? To surprise the enemy, to stalk them until they have nothing, to keep assaulting them, hit and run strats until they got nothing else. Cheap shots to follow right after. Players getting all the cheap shots in the world. Look at you catch a full restyle out of Shadow after you get him super low. Shadow popping in the blur, and Flares just look at you catch a literally full reset. Shadow get nothing unless you can pick up an eye and find him early. Does get sapped in the eye immediately. This way I feel like going for an eye beam and literally healing yourself might even be the way to go. Just to last a little bit longer. It's not going to be full stun DRs out of it. It is going to be full stun DRs, as players literally got every cooldown available out of Shadow. Actually does not have enough damage to follow. It's actually going to bail out. Trinket's out of that stun. Cloak of Shadows does dunk on him with a big old Crucible. And Black Sabbath as an Assassination rogue looking to end this duel immediately. Mally rolling into Flares with a Vendetta right now. Getting a couple cheap shots on Black Sabbath as Flares trying to see if he can get counter offensive here. Is he going to be able to do anything at all? He really just got himself shadowy duel. That's really about it. Black Sabbath taking quite a bit of damage. Has evasion right now. Who Cloak of Shadows here if needed. Has a blind if anything it really goes bad. Flares does have himself evasion. Looking to maybe end Black Sabbath right now. The rogue is still holding on to a trinket. Cheap shot into Flares. Is that enough though? Does he get him? He does get him. And Black Sabbath finally takes out Flares, the rogue. Blind onto P Blood. Immediately kill the shot right after. And Black Sabbath is looking to maybe get himself a reset. Mark for Earth ready by P-Blood. Drink it out of Black Sabbath, and down it goes. Lupus is the last one left. Are we looking at Marksman? Are we looking at Beastmaster here? I think we might be looking at Marksman, actually. I think we might be looking at Marks. I'm not seeing a pet. So, that's going to be interesting. Does he CP Blood? That's Cold Blood. You'll find him eventually. I think he's going to flare now. Nope, sap. My rogue sense is tingled. I couldn't tell which ability was going to be used though. It is going to be a Lupus. I think as a marksman, Turtle Shell immediately as Blood tries to go for an opener. That is Shadowy Blades. So normally you'd be like, wow, Turtle Shell with barely any damage done. Lupus did trade out a cooldown for cooldown just now. But popped yet another one though. I don't know if that was a good idea. Literally popped throughout the fittest while in Turtle Shell. Not a good move. Not a good idea. Let us look to see if he can just get into the flare and sap him. Does land the sap. Trap takes him out in the open. Does Lupus walk him into a freezing trap? Does he walk himself into a freezing trap? He does. He's like, uh-oh. Oh. Whoa, what's happening with the torso? It's contorted. It looks like Lupus is going to go for steady shots. Just try to kite around P-Blood. Needs to go for that double trap rapid fire, though. Look at the steady shots, though. Steady shots are continuing. Just trying to keep the kite rolling. Evasion's up for P-Blood. Aim shots. All you gotta do is miss him. Does get the knockback though, however. And Blood is gonna land a Mallow into Lupus with a Crucible right after. I think Lupus is basically done for the count. Try to go for a self heal, but unless he can get himself a rapid fire, double trap rapid fire on P-Blood, that's all he's really got. Still going for steady shots. Go for a camo? Feign Death and camo. 56% dampening. Maybe Lupus will come back, dude. Maybe Lupus will somehow come back. You never know. Not getting a lot of healing with this high dampening. 57% dampening. P-Blood picking up the eye. Get himself a vanish off. Does not walk into a freezing trap this time. Don't back up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Wow, that was a sub-rogue fiesta, dude. This duel was a sub-rogue fiesta. I gotta give credit to the rogue that... I gotta give credit to Flares to play that as well as he could for the most amount of, like... He wanted to win. He played to win.